and also the protecting the civilians from what's happening.
How does Libya affect other countries in the Middle East and North Africa?
Um, as we know, Gaddafi has been in power for about 42 years, and Libyans decided that's enough, and Gaddafi and his family and her regime has to come to an end. And um, a lot of other countries in the region, I think they look at what's going on in Libya very carefully, and as this will give them encourage and also hope to change their regimes.
Further action should first world countries and the United Nations take in Libya to stop the bloodshed and the fighting?
I think the developed countries should recognize the transitional Libyan Council as the representative of Libyans, and also send more humanitarians aids to Libyans. As from my experience, as I was in Misrata for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, people they still need a lot of humanitarian supplies, medical supplies. They are short of almost everything in the hospital there, and I think should be one of the first priority to help people there. A lot of wounded people, they need further treatment, and because of the short supplies, this cannot be done in Misrata, and those patients actually need to be transferred somewhere else to be treated. I think the other things should further other countries should eliminate Gaddafi from any talks, and increase the pressure on his regime and his forces to lay down the weapons and agree with Libyan peoples. They want as they want the freedom, and they should stop further fight. Um, um, um,
I think that's good.
The other things should Libyan, they have a lot of money outside Libya, and USA there's about 30 billions of frozen assets for Libyan people. I think Libyans they need this money at this time, and should find some legal way to at least transfer some of this money to the new Libyan government, and to use it for humanitarian supplies, and also for people for salaries too. Okay.
What do you think Libya will look like in 10 to 15 years from now?
Without Gaddafi has a very bright future. Without Gaddafi and his family and his regime, I think there's a very good and a bright future waiting for Libyan people. Libya has a lot of resources as a personnel, There's a lot of educated, well-trained people in every field. They are ready, those people, to go back and help Libyans to develop a new Libya. Also, the location of Libya and the Mediterranean Sea, between it is the gate between between South, between the African countries and Europe, this is a very important strategic location. Libya is rich in oil and gas, and I think as long as we get rid of Gaddafi and his family regime, Libyans will start to build up their country.
Happening in Libya affecting the world right now?
I know that the French were twisting around their constitution in order to bomb the Libyan jets because they really don't like the dictatorship there. So it's going to cause a whole bunch of political problems for the French. Libya has a lot of our oil. I don't remember the exact percentage because it's not important, but that's going to cause oil and gas prices in Canada to rise. It's going to make food prices go up because I know various industries such as Tim Hortons rely on oil to transport their food stuff. It'll affect world peace because people don't really like dropping bombs in places. Yeah, that's about it.
How does what's happening in Libya affecting us here in Canada specifically?
As I said, it's going to be mostly just gas and oil prices. Libya has most of the oil that is used in the world, or a lot of the oil used in the world, and gas prices are already up. It's going to make it go up even higher. Various industries are going to be relying on that oil in order to get us food and water, so that's going to get more expensive.
Can first world countries and the United Nations take?
Honestly, I don't think they should be taking any actions. It's their government, it's their problem. We shouldn't have to be wasting our men and resources in order to help some other country, which personally I don't care about. I know most Canadians will feel the same. I'll bet you anything 9% of Canadians haven't made any connection between unrest in Libya and rising prices. They'll just blame our government for it. Diplomacy is always a good thing. Instead of sending soldiers over and trying to screw around with that, just send over a couple of diplomats, try to get them to change their politics and governments through a more peaceful way.
4 months later, 3,000 plus dead, thousands more injured, and countless amounts of attempts for a peaceful removal of Gaddafi. And the Libyan people have not stopped for their fight against him. Fight for freedom, fight for dignity, and a bright future for Libya. Thank you for watching, and may freedom prosper in our world.